Here's why you should invest overseas. What's good, everybody? It's Vaughn, and you know, this is where you get that knowledge that you don't get in college. So go ahead and scroll into the description, click the link next to Webull, and collect your 12 free stocks. So today I'm going to talk about 6 reasons why I think you should consider investing overseas. And before we get started, I just want to let you know that I'm a little bit biased on this topic because I'm currently building a property in Jamaica. So I'm actually doing this as we speak. So by default, I'm more of an advocate toward this topic because I'm actually practicing what I'm preaching. But let's get right into it. Number 1, higher return on your investment. Depending on where you live currently, it may be significantly cheaper for you to purchase a property overseas, especially if you're located in America. Since the United States currently has a world reserve currency, it holds strength. And although there are currently conflicts going on that could affect the dollar's reserve status, it's still a very desirable currency at the time of this recording. In America, if you're purchasing an investment property, the down payment will be 20 to 25%. And in some cases, you may be able to get a property with 15% down. Currently, the average home price in America is approximately $437,000. But with just the amount of the down payment, you'll be able to buy land and build a home from scratch or buy a house outright in many other countries. And in some countries, that could buy or build 2 properties. In addition, some of these places will allow you to make 7, 8, 9, or even 10% rental yield year over year. And these are properties that also appreciate 10 to 15% annually, which is a pretty good ROI if you ask me. Not only can you get higher returns, but you can protect the downside because some of these markets haven't gone down within 10 or 20 years. They got the demographics behind them and they continue to grow. Whereas a market like Sydney, London, or New York may be somewhat cyclical. You may be stuck holding the bag. So you'll get higher returns, possibly more downside protection in foreign markets. You can earn a lot higher yields and you can grow the value of the property a lot faster. Number 2, asset protection. There are ways to protect your assets from frivolous lawsuits, for instance, in the United States. But by having it in another country, you're giving yourself protection from a wide range of problems. Because you're saying, this is the territory on which my property sits. If you like to get it, you've got to come over here, which makes it much more difficult for frivolous things to happen to you. Number 3, government insurance. I know that you're aware of the issues that are going on in your home country, so this is different per individual. Many people understand it better in China, India, Iran, Brazil, and other countries. We have a tendency that those are the places that people should travel to and invest their money. And it is true that many Chinese have purchased real estate in cities like New York and Los Angeles. It's one thing to purchase an insurance policy and have to pay money. But if you can earn a higher return by owning a property in an emerging market, then why not? If you're a US citizen, I'm sure you've noticed that in addition to the lower returns and instability, there's a lot of freaky things going on in the country that might be worth protecting yourself against. To me, being able to shelter oneself from some of the chaos that's going on across the world while also safeguarding your assets is a victory. Number 4, non-reportable asset. This differs per country, but in the United States, you don't have to report foreign real estate and precious metals that are held outside of the bank. If I'm a US citizen and I want to purchase a home, land, or anything else abroad, I can do that. I can wire the money abroad. I can pay in cash. I can do whatever. And there isn't actually an IRS form that I need to disclose. Instead, there are the FBAR and the FATCA regulations. For many people, real estate is attractive because while you have to report domestic real estate, there are other assets that you don't have to record, such as overseas real estate, gold, and precious metals held in a private vault outside of the banking system. For a lot of people, real estate is interesting because yes, you do have to report and pay taxes on the income from any property in the US. But if you want to park money elsewhere, you can do so in foreign real estate and benefit from appreciation. If you sell the property while still a citizen, you'll have to pay capital gains tax. But you can take comfort in knowing that you have an asset that is generally safe and not reportable. Number 5, tax benefits. Not everyone will be able to benefit from this reason, but if you're a US citizen and you invest in real estate passively, you will have to pay taxes no matter where you live in the world, because there isn't even a credit to exclude your passive income. For example, if you purchase a property in Bulgaria and you pay taxes, you will have to pay taxes on your passive income no matter where you live in the world. But what if you were to renounce your US citizenship? Or what if you were a citizen of a nation like Canada or Australia, where you could leave and then move to live tax-free? Or if you happen to live in a country like Singapore, where they don't tax your foreign investments and they only care about what you do in their country. In that case, let's say you're a Singaporean. Let's say you didn't have a citizenship-based tax obligation. And then let's say you go and invest in a property in Georgia or Montenegro, where tax on rental income is 4.5% and 5% respectively. As you can see, there is some tax burden involved for everyone. But for the right person in the right situation with the right planning, you can significantly reduce the tax burden to zero in rare cases, or to somewhere in the single digit. By lowering the amount that you pay in taxes, you're able to keep more of what you make in rental income. Number 6. General diversification strategy. Owning property abroad can open up more doors, and you may be able to obtain a residency permit there in the future. If you stay for a year, 2 years, or 5 years, you may be able to obtain citizenship there as well, which may open up doors for you to find a safe place to live. Alternatively, if you're concerned about the state of the world and want to find a place to escape it, you may want to move there permanently. If you're trying to avoid something unpleasant, or you just want to enjoy something constructive, you can just want a place where you can travel without worrying about finding a rental or staying in a hotel. A home is just a part of the strategy of creating bases, or giving yourself the option to create a base in the future. It allows you to create a lifestyle and be diversified, and I believe that for many people, purchasing real estate is a good first step, because you're not required to leave your country. If you fall in love with a destination where prices have gone up fairly consistently, then being able to go on vacation and not having to worry about paying rent or staying at a hotel is very convenient. For some people, purchasing real estate overseas is a good first step, because it introduces them to the idea of living life like a nomad. In some countries, owning property there allows you the opportunity to open up a bank account in that country as well. This might shock you, but back during the global recession, someone did a study on how stable the banking institutions are in each country. And what they found out was that the United States had the 40th safest banks in the world, and the UK was 44th. So having funds in an offshore bank account is a great way to protect your wealth and diversify your funds. You can buy your first property just to test the waters and see how it works, but I believe it'll lead to more. And these are 6 significant reasons why you should consider doing so. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time that I make a new post. Until next time.